just the overall victory rate at that 60-40 when the day started. I'm guessing by the time the day ends, especially if this ends up in a sweep, that confirms two things. Number one, the meta was skewed through the groups into the playoffs. And number two, I may have come from a different timeline. We're not seeing 5 games, and it's not a surprising result. There's the Baksha, Falcons, Vega. They did this in the first game too. What are they blocking out of Vitality? Why is that such a specific ban?
I do remember 1 or 2 key Baksha games, if I'm not mistaken, from Vival, but at the same time, I feel like it's also just them respecting a really good hero that can front, that can give vision, and that can disrupt what Falcons Vega wants to do. And they still go for the chip.
I was gonna say, was this the Riz or was this the Edith first? But no, it's the chip.
All right, that might be the play here for Falcons Vega.
I'm afraid that this is turning into insanity, man. You're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something new. And insanity it is. There's Trizla Roger.
Yeah, same, but different, but still same. Falcons Vega with 2 more picks here. I wonder if they're going to shift things up and then maybe decide to pick the carry a little bit earlier.
I think the carry would be good. Because again, the carry does well against the Trizla. You just pick up a Purify, you know, you're fine. Especially if you... Wait, was Valentina banned out?
Yes, it was banned out.
She better be. Okay, I'm just saying. Whoa!
They go for the Jask.
There's
I know it's
Jask.
Jask, but I like calling him Jask.
All right, Jushin. I don't like that Jushin wasn't picked up, all right? Maybe Jushin comes through for Vitality here.
Yeah, these teams have a little bit of a Jushin allergy. So it's a slight adjustment. Now it's Edith and Zask.
Yeah, maybe the Loyi was an overload.
Yeah. I mean, we did talk about it before with like Loyi and Chip. It's one part of it is it's a disgusting combo. The other part is it's a little bit overkill. You don't need that much map presence, and honestly, it's fine.
Yeah, the Jask here allows for them to buy a little more time. I think that's what they were lacking in the first draft.
Yeah.
They were very macro-centric, very like in your face, but what if it doesn't pan out? They had no way out. With a Zask, though, they can, you know, buy time. They can, you know, plant themselves in a certain box. Because again, it was yesterday we mentioned Zask is a hero that plants multiple boxes. You're able to engage on maybe 2 different fronts, 1.5, if you're not positioning yourself very well. And you can go from there. Now, during the second phase of banning, Falcons Vega are choking down on mid lane choices. After this Loyi, what else might they want to take out? We haven't seen any Vexana in a while.
Yeah.
Jushin, you want to take out Jushin?
I'll lean more towards the Vex, but then we do see... Don't people usually pick up the Zask into the Jushin? So if it's
Or
not
the
gonna
Jushin to the Zask. We've seen it either way. We've seen it both ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes as a Jushin, you don't care.
Oh yeah, that's...
You can choke slam on a Nightmare Spawn, even the big one.
That's fair. Do you really want to bring that closer to you? Well, you
I
can
mean,
bring it away from you.
Far away, diagonally, you know, in between, whatever.
Directions, yeah. I want to see a little bit more. Well, you can just walk up right now. Wow, they're respecting the Kagura.
Chinny was that good.
Yeah, they saw the previous draft and said, yeah, the Kagura was the problem. Interesting.
She was a really good assassin.
Yeah. You mentioned Vexana. I'd like a Vexana. Yeah, it's a good pairing with the Tigreal and the Trizla.
Not very good, though, when you get jumped on with a shortcut, but that's why you put Flicker on her.
Yeah. As long as you have the Flicker, you'll be fine.
You reposition, and then you have your 2 chunky frontliners.
Plus, you have someone who can check the shrub for the Tigreal that isn't a face check.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like around the mid. And you need that when you're up against Falcons Vega, a team that last year was named GPX Basreng, the second placers of MWI 2023, and they played aggro then. But here it is, finally, Leo, they heard you. They picked up the Jushin.
That's my girl right there.
That's your girl?
Jushin is my off-meta pick. Day one, I said, you know what? Jushin's going to show up. And here she is. You're talking about how the Vexana can check bushes. Jushin can do the same.
That's true.
The Lantern Flare.
Let's see what Falcons Vega will do in response. It's enough magic damage. You need true or you need physical. The difficult thing is if you go for something like an Alpha in the jungle, that's going to struggle. The Ling is still open, but is there enough spot here for you to actually Ling jungle? So they go...
That's not physical.
That's a lot of magic. That's way too much magic.
That's magic. That's
and
what
you
we
only
would
have
call...
one source of physical?
There's a Moskov, all right. They're covering physical there, but the question is it enough? Because it's still, right now, it's very Harry Potter, as they would say.
Yeah, oh, very Harry Potter.
Hermione, if you want to.
Aloha Mora?
Ohana. All right.
Oh, yeah.
One more pickup here. We're lacking a gold laner. There it is. Put the carry back on Shell. Why not?
Yeah. Again, that's a condition. If you only have one source of magic damage, you pair it up with True or just a lot of really strong physical damage.
This is literally the same hero. You just change the Japanese Shrine Maiden with a Chinese Immortal Wish granting entity.
Yeah, so it's just this within the same realm of possibilities.
Lantern, umbrella, whatever.
Yeah, lore-wise, it's the same object. But Falcon's Vega, leaning a little bit more towards magic damage, a bunch of Radiant Armors might turn that around, while Team Vitality, again, it's a reiteration of their Game 1 draft. Let's see if this will fare better for Vega. Will they get the early game that they want here? Trex, Mirko.
We're here. Trex, Mirko, thank you, Leo, and Renmar. We're jumping into game number 2 in a best of 5. Team Vitality starting off strong, and it seems like as this game moves on, their picks just get more meta. Their picks just get. They have to ban the Kagura, but now they just get the Jushin. So it's definitely going to be tough the way Team Falcons Vega want to approach this. They have some late game opportunity. They do have some decent early game as well in their jungle. But I think the big question is can they outperform Vitality when the game is on?
That's a big question that we have. And already in the early game, you can see Cine utilizing that Lantern Flare, man. Constantly just putting it up on Tafuni. But yeah, I mean, again, it seems kind of eerie when Vitality go for an off-meta pick, right? And then now that you see a real meta pick, you're like, okay, what do they have cooking right now? Melee able to pick up the Lethal Wander, it seems. There you go, away from Vivol. Vivol doesn't use the Retribution. But in terms of this matchup, are you Team Umbrella or are you Team Lantern? Are you Team Jushin or are you Team Kagura?
You know me, I'm a old school man. I'm a classic man, but wait a second, Vivol.
Great pick. Melee now with the enhanced sword, moving forward, Vivian to be caught. Now uses the shove, has the flicker to escape. Funi almost getting the kill down. Tao hovering over this time. Falcons Vega strike first.
All right, so they use Melee. They're able to get that first blood onto Melee as well. They get some of that early game aggression, which is going to be huge. Follow up on your question, though, I am a Kagura man.
Yeah, Echo seems like there's always a 2v1 kind of Terizla here. Winning out on the 2v1s this time. I wouldn't say it's, okay, now it's a kind of a win. Doing a lot of damage back onto Talon. Vivol's already rotated up there. Funi, good read. Spots Vivol in the bush. Vivol still wants to go for the Lycan Pounce, wants to get rid of the little Johnny Boy. That's what we call him.
The Johnny Boys.
Johnny Boys.
Johnny Boys. They come down from space.
And their name is Johnny.
And their name is Johnny. All of their names are Johnny.
Yes.
Is it the same boy or is it multiple boys?
It's multiple Johnnies.
Like everyone's a different Johnny.
Everybody is a different Johnny.
But they're clones.
Be Johnny, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. All right, Turtles up. 2 minutes in. Team Falcons Vega with a small lead. We're actually about 1,000 lead already, 2.5 minutes in. And with that kill, that first blood they got beaten on Vivol, it's definitely, I feel like, going to give Melee some priority when it comes to these neutral objectives. The way that Team Vitality is looking, they might not even want to fully try to push this. Violet going to be zoning Vivol away.
City walks up, Melee picks up the turtle. That's 1-0, 1,000 gold lead still. As well as you can see for Team Vitality, it seems like this game they're taking a bit more of a slower approach, wanting to just farm it out. So I want to take a look at the emblems here. And it doesn't seem like there's anything too crazy in the matchup, though. By the way, Moskov versus the carry. It's a bit different in a way where it's not a complete bully, but Moskov still does have a good time against the carry. You have a way to say, nah, I've had enough, right? In every single trade with the Spear of Misery. So with that, usually you aren't able to take control of the wave. This time, though, with a few rotations down below, they're always able to just relieve pressure off of Chell. Now, even a few hits onto the turret shield. Chell walks up, gets a bit of damage there. Not a lot, just a bit.
Team Vitality looks for that gold lane, that same push. I've seen it after first turtle, after second turtle sometimes, but they always come down looking for Chincha. They know how important Shell comes when it comes to their big mid-game spike. Ooh, there's that just rush in.
Dominator's Ascent used up as well. Tal, and he picked up good Spear of Vengeance all the way to the back. Pops in the beacon. Cindy's still able to survive as she uses the regen too. Up top, Fumi Echo in a 1v1. Violet popping in Primal Wrath. Fumi Echo with the penalty zone. Now a few last hits, but Fumi Echo is still able to survive under the turret.
Okay, so Team Falcon Vegas seems to have brushed off some of the rust here, gotten off some of the dust.
Ooh.
They're definitely a bit more in their zone. Even Chincha coming in to help out Thal there and actually push Team Vitality back. Team Falcons Vega making some of these plays finally work. Game 1, they were looking for the plays, but it seems like they always fell a bit short. This time, they're pulling through.
Definitely. Now it's almost a 2,000 gold lead for Team Falcons Vega, and the next neutral objective is going to spawn. Falcons Vega, this is their power spike. With the Zosk, with the Edith, the Julian, and even the Chip, they're going to have so many ways to enter and approach this fight.
All right, so with second turtle being down, Team Vitality, Vivol up against Melee, a level difference right now. Vivol might be able to catch up at some point. Corrosion Scythe does get locked in for Shell, and with this turtle being down at the gold line. Ooh, Cini already taken out.
Funi Dominators to set, absolutely deleting Cini off the map. There's a shortcut placed down. Chinchao will take it. Seems like it's going to be a 2v1 situation up top right there. That's going to be a good Spirit of Misery to pin Kel down, forcing her to flicker. Spirit of Vengeance into the back. Kel going to be slain under the turret. Melee picks up a turtle down below. Team Falcons Vega finding their jam.
Picks up a turtle, picks up the pace, and now Vivian as well.
Penalty zone, instant purify from Funi, gets out, Vivo on the chase. Not able to really go all in. Great disengage from Falcons Vega, and great objective take up top. That's Chinchao on the board.
You know, I was telling Nicer the other day that maybe the answer to the Jushin is just, you know, getting up close and personal with it, dashing in. And right now, Thal is the perfect answer to that, right? You have that crash course, you have that ability to get right in there and then bring all your teammates right around her. We saw Cini get taken out earlier. Taking a look at some of these items now, Funi has locked in the glowing wand. We're starting to see the damage come a bit more than from her. Genius Wand as well, locked in for Melee. Going to the next item. I mean, everyone on the side of Team Falcons Vega is holding the lead, and for the first time we see nobody on team, because sometimes even when Team Vitality falls behind, Shell still has a gold lead on the other gold laner. One of the members is at least keeping up. But this time, Team Falcons Vega holding a strong lead across the whole map.
They're even having to force it out, some of these maneuvers, you know, Cini going to the bottom lane to share some of the gold XP with Fumi Echo. Cini hovering over with the flare. That's a shove down. Tal going to be caught. A lot of damage placed down, but she does have the flicker still, so not really in any threat. That's a big resource still burnt down, and Cini still wants to utilize that Spear of Misery down below. Pinning down Fumi Echo. And does seems like for Falcons Vega as well, they're playing it chill. They don't really need to rush anything. They are the ones in the lead. It's kind of Vitality that are placed in a position where they need to look for a game-changing play.
You know, we've been waiting to see the Moskov really pop off in MWI. We haven't seen it played as much. It's kind of fallen off of the meta a little bit in terms of at least MWI, but Chincha is showing up on it right now. And it makes me feel like it's just been one of the gold laners it's been one of the gold lane heroes that Team Falcons Vega maybe hasn't really pulled out, but this almost feels like one of Chincha's best picks right here.
3 neutral objectives uncontested here. Team Falcons Vega with another big objective take. Just waiting on the turtle, waiting on the Lord at this point. For Vitality, it's still, for them, all about waiting for their power spike. So I'm guessing right now it's all about waiting for Chell, Cini, and Vivo, all 3 to get their item power spikes. I think Vivo has already gone there, but Cini and Chell definitely a bit behind in that department. They get spotted out. I think Funi saw the concealed team there, so they are able to just hold out. They know Team Vitality are in the bottom lane. They'll push up top.
Yeah, and I mean, with that long lane up top right now, or the lane up top getting pushed in a bit, they have to send someone up here. Taking a look at the items. Shell still a little bit behind, still getting into the second item right now, to whereas Chincha, Golden Staff, I mean, on the way to DHS at this point, on the way to that third item around 9-minute timing, and that's what we've been seeing from the, when you know the gold lane is really ahead right now in MWI, and Chincha's been on both sides of the map non-stop, been able to use a Spear of Destruction to catch members on the opposite side of the map. Taking a look at the stage right now, Falcons, they feel, the nest is feeling good right now, to say the least.
Absolutely phenomenal support here from the fans in the building. Shout outs to the Team Falcons Vegas fans here, even bringing in their banners. Really, really cool stuff, especially after that Game 1 loss. They're still here supporting, and they need it for Falcons Vega. Chinchao taking a shortcut. Funi as well. Taking these shortcuts, but unfortunately they're really unable to lock Vivian down there. They do burn a big resource, which is the flicker. Without the flicker, Tigreal loses a whole lot of that engaging power that he usually has. Even the pickoff power, technically, in these skirmishes. Chell in the bottom lane. Oh, taking and eating up the enhanced scythe. Almost getting picked off. I don't know if Chinchao actually threw the Spear of Vengeance earlier. Tao gonna be picked up, thrown back again. Vivol this time, despite being behind, decides to go for the Sky Piercer.
Hey man, to get what you can. I think like you said earlier, waiting for that power spike, and Vivol might feel like it's coming soon. Team Vitality might feel like it's coming soon, might be the opportunity, and there goes an Implosion.
Onto Violet. Now good penalty zone as the Spear of Vengeance comes down. Violet with Primal Rat utilizing it. Now it's going to be a good Spear of Misery to pin Vivol down. Now able to dish a damage shell. Going to be demolished there by Chinchao. And even on the back, the piercing shots took down Cine. Chinchao and Falcons Vega wipe out Vitality 5-1.
In a matter of seconds, Team Vitality completely taken off the map, all for the price of Melee, and in my eyes, that is a very good deal. And with the pressure they have on the map, they're going to get a lot out of this, man. They got a bottom lane already coming towards a tier 2. The rest of the team able to take this tier 2 in the mid as well. Chinchao immediately going to move up. But let's take a look at the replay real quick. Vivian thinks she's getting the win out of this, gets the Implosion off. But Spear Destruction comes up, and once we see Chinchao get involved, we get the pin onto Vivol, take out both damage dealers in a matter of seconds. Echoes all that's left. But Funi Echo can't fight against that speed right there. Chinchao, look at the reaction from Melee as well. Violet, they're feeling good. Game 1 was just the starting grounds.
Absolutely. It was just a warm-up to them, it seems, here. Game number 2, getting the better read, still getting the chip. And utilizing it way better this time around. That front to back, if Vitality wants to play with. Yeah, it doesn't work against the Moskov. Now with the piercing damage, constantly hitting the back line too. And that's why the Sky Piercer here for Vivol. Especially considering she was the one that, was taken down first. It's an interesting build to go for. You're still very confident that they can get a few more of these kills. But now with the Big Lord marching down, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I feel like War Axe would have maybe been a bit more helpful here, but now Lord going to be walking in, no crash.
Fully defense. Popped it already. Oh, that was one shot too! Tal gets brought back, but over 2 basic attacks from the Moskov. Did you see that? Just piercing through Vivol and Vivian, chunked, forced to recall the way Chinchao gets a win of nature. So now it's up to Ginny. And technically Chell with the true damage, the sisters, to deal with her again. The piercing shots are just doing so much damage. They've cracked open some of those holy defenses of the base turrets, mid lane and top lane. I believe even in the bottom lane they did. So yeah, no more holy defense available. Oh, bottom lane still intact there. 1 left in the far lane.
This is not the composition that you want to let be 7,000 gold ahead of you at 11 minutes, right? We're already seeing the Zas just really power through the damage coming in. This is a hero normally that has decent poke, but not as much impact in early game, and it's found this mid-game spike. It's almost found its late-game spike at only 10 minutes. And then we got Chinchao as well, another normally late-game hero that normally you pick if you really want to hunker down and wait for that moment to shine. But Chinchao's been able to get the farm on. Thal going to be able to walk away from this conceal play. Team Vitality at this point kind of searching and they're grouping up. They know all they have is their inhibitors left. The damage dealt from Zask right now, 37,000, leading the charge, even above Chinchao right now. And that's one of the things about the Zask. You don't really see it exactly when it's happening in the big team fight, but Zask right now is the one who's really shredding everyone down.
The PBs on top of the damage dealt.
The little Johnnies.
The purple boys.
The big Johnny, actually.
The big.
You got Big Johnny, Daddy Johnny, Little Johnnies.
Little Johnnies. The big Johnny is the Dominator's Descent, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we call him here as well. That one right there that just got picked up by Vivol. That's Little Johnny. Oh, Tom throwing away. Good shot. Oh, the chain CC. The timing's perfect to get the shortcut down, but I don't think they want to kick this. City able to get out. Dominator's Descent already placed down. A lot of damage placed out on the Vivian with the Spear of Mystery as well, but Chinchao has got to respect the penalty zone. Connects onto the back line. Vivol chasing down Chinchao. No! All the leads that they have built to the 13th minute of the game. 2 members down and the Lord has just spawned in.
And Melee looks like Melee. I think the idea was keep them at bay. We're going to get the Lord. Completely backfires. Thal gets caught off. I think at that point, Chinchao shouldn't have invested.
No Dominator's Descent as well from the Echo. Still going to be melted down. Violet popping a Primal Rat. Good enhanced sword. Vivian's still able to flicker out of it with the conceal. Bringing Chell back to safety. Now it's a 4v4. Seems Funi also has Dominator's Descent, and Falcons Vega, despite that little mishap, they're still able to recover. Cini in the bush. Bivol hovering over. Cini walking up now. Bivol looking for a Violet, doing a good job in zoning. Dominator's descent all the way to the back. Cini again with a flicker forward, finding melee with a peek in there with Spear of Vengeance. Connects as well. Chinchao able to participate. Cini all alone in the back. Forced to run to the wrong side of the map, and it should just be a free kill over. Little Johnny's just there lasering her down. And that is Team Falcons Vega, who recover and get the value trade.
We've been talking about Chincha this whole game, but Melee just showed up. That small mechanic movement, hitting the winner crown, and having, I mean, just a split second of being able to get the retribution on before you go down was just legendary right there. Dominator's descent.
The glowing wand takes her down to the back. Boomy Echo gonna be next in the chopping block. Violet finding the onward. Oh, good Spear of Misery to cancel the implosion. Boomy Echo with the penalty zone, getting the immortality of Violet right there as Bivol goes in for the Lycan Pounce. Chinchao staying focused on the base. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a series on our hands.
1-1. Team Vitality taken down this time. Falcons Vega, the nest is loud right now. A strong victory to even the playing field. Showing up and even bringing back in that chip. And Thal just played it so much better that time.
Yeah.